Hey, as promised, here's another little free tip. I apologize to all of those of you who are already doing this and know what you're doing. This isn't for you, so you can just ignore me. But I'm seeing over and over again in editing groups and photographer groups, how do I get the wrinkles out of this? How do I edit this? How do I make the background smooth when I'm editing? The number one answer is do it right in camera, so you don't have to fix it. Now, I still do sometimes have to edit the background, but very little. Like if there's a little piece of the corner that didn't get picked up, that's easy enough to paint in. But the wrinkles, the creases, get that right in camera. So I know a lot of you already know this, so just, again, ignore me. But this is for the people who are having trouble getting those creases out. So here's what you do. You have to get stretchy fabric and you have to clamp it very tight. Before you even put the baby on, make sure all the creases are out. So you don't pull it and clamp it after the baby is on. Yes, you want to pull it tight when the baby is on. Like if there's a wrinkle in the front, you want to kind of tug on it to make sure, but get it right before you even set that baby on there. So I'm gonna get a close-up now because I'm setting up for tomorrow. So I thought it'd be the perfect time to show you really quickly. So let me see. So these are the kinds of things I'm talking about, these creases and wrinkles. When you get a baby on there, those wrinkles are just going to get worse. Everything's just gonna bubble up and bump up more. So there are several ways you can do it. Some people use a backdrop stand, some people use magnets, whatever you need to do. In my case, I still am using my PVC pipe stand that I made. So you can do that. Uh-oh, my phone's telling me to rotate. Hopefully you can still see me fine. Okay, but here's what you do. You clamp it. I don't like the orange and black clamps that you get. Let me show you real quick. I have one. And I'll tell you why I don't like them. These I do not like, and I use this clamp as a last resort. I get these ones instead. Here's why. I used to have a set of these. Every single one of them snapped when I was using it. When I was setting up, the spring went flying, pieces went flying. Can you imagine if that happened with a baby or a client in the room? So I don't like these plastic cheap ones, even if they're made for backdrops. It's actually the kind I got. So instead, I get these from Home Depot. All right, they're heavy duty. Some people have trouble squeezing them. I've had assistants who can't squeeze them, but they are super strong. Never have had any trouble with them breaking. So get yourself some good clamps. Don't be cheap on that. And these are really inexpensive anyway. So anyway, you just clamp it tight across the top first. Okay, you want to get that all situated across the top. And then you want to also clamp the sides. So pull it tight, clamp both directions. Okay, so we're already seeing improvement there. Okay, and then you clamp the other side. So I've clamped both sides. And then even if you want, like if this bothers you, you could even clamp this to the row of blankets you have. So now you have a completely smooth background to start with. So get it right before you even put the baby on there. Okay, there you go. And now I'm going to actually put a second color on there. That way I have two ready to go. So just a little tip, that way you don't have to edit as much when you are doing your post-processing work. Just get those wrinkles out immediately. Somebody asked me the other day about fabric. You want two-way stretch. That way you can pull it left and right and up and down and actually clamp it. Yes, I have a couple of fabrics that are just one-way stretch and I make it work, but it's not fun. But I couldn't pass up the design of it, the texture and the pattern. So I make it work. Every now and then I'll use it, but for the most part, get yourself two-way stretch. All right, bye.